Hi guys, as you already know, my name is Yaya. If today is your first time seeing this video or my pretty face, please don't let it be the last time. And to my return subscribers, you guys know how I feel about you. Yeah, so guys, this is a request video. Okay, so we are going to tour my community together while I narrate to you the story or the history behind this community and how they came about with the name Ayawaso. So please grab some popcorn because I'm sure this video is going to be very interesting and educative. So please don't miss out. Let's get right into the video. So guys, this is a response to the comments I received on my previous video. So if you're coming from Accra Central, okay, the main city, the capital town of Ghana, if you're coming from that side to Pokwase, if you are driving yourself, it will take you about 30 minutes. That's if there is no traffic. And if you are coming with a public transport, it will take you for about 45 minutes if there is also no traffic. And when you get to Pokwase, from Pokwase to Ayawaso, if you are driving, it will take you about 3 minutes. And if you are using a public transport, it will take you about 5 minutes. If you also decide to walk from Pokwase to Ayawaso, it will take you about 30 minutes. Okay, because it's quite a distance if you are walking. Okay, so this is to answer the comments I received on my previous video. I hope it's clear. Thank you. So guys, if you come to this community, this is Blema, Ayawaso. And this is the only public school here in this community. And this is where the average people send their children to. Okay, this is where the average people living here, this is where their children comes to school. So if you have money, then you can take your child to a more better school, like a private school. But this is the only public school here in this community. So having said that, let's get right into the video. Okay, so this is the community. This is the community, and this is one of the oldest community in Accra. Okay, this is one of the oldest community in Accra, and this is where most of the guns they come from. This is actually someone's hometown. Okay, and before I tell you anything, let's first know how they got the name Ayawaso. Okay, and that side you see there is the cemetery. I'll tell you how we got the name Ayawaso. So the first batch that came or they settled in on this land planted a tree in a gold bowl. Okay, and when the tree started growing in tree, when something germinates, we call it aso or a name. So when they see each other, they tell themselves that Yawa aso, and then the Yawa is the gold bowl. I don't know the English name for that gold bowl, but in tree we call it Yawa, and I'm going to put that bowl on the screen for you to see. Okay, so they tell themselves Yawa aso, Yawa aso. That's how they got the name Ayawaso, meaning the gold bowl has germinated. Okay, and I'll show you the tree. When we get to the tree, I'll show you. So that's how they got the name Ayawaso, and this is one of the oldest community or town we have in Accra, and this is where most of the Gans come from. Well, here when you come, they speak only Gan. Okay, you hardly now tree is very common because they've sold the lands to other people, okay, other tribes. So now the languages are mixed up. But 10 years ago when you come here, it's only Gan. Okay, it's only Gan you hear them speak. So now let's tour the community. So guys, this is the capital town of Ghana, Dangbi. And per history, when they moved from Jamestown, this is where almost all the people passed before they settled in other regions like the Kumasi, the Central region. They passed here. So this is one of the oldest community in Ghana. Okay, and this side you are seeing is the cemetery. Okay, it's mostly bushy. This one that they've cleared the bush, I'm sure they're coming to bury someone over the weekend. Okay, that's right. So but mostly it's bushy. Okay, so this is a very peaceful community. Trust me, it's a very peaceful community. So this side you are seeing where the story building is, this side you are seeing used to be a very thick forest. Like guys, I mean thick forest that had wild animals. Okay, even though they were not harmful, but it was very thick. Okay, so it made the community very scary and very heavy. Sometimes when I was in school, like in JHS, some of my mates will come to school and say that and snake came to their house, this, and it was so fun talking about it, because those animals were not harmful unless you try or you attempt to kill it. Then they will also be wild, okay, like try to defend themselves. Other than that, they are very harmless. Okay, so sold everything, they sold the land. Okay, initially it was very thick. All the side was forest, and it made the community very heavy and very beautiful. And 10 years ago, their main occupation was farming and hunting because of the forest. Okay, most people go to the forest to hunt, but now because the forest is no more, their occupation is to sell land. Okay, yes, so this is one of the trees here. When you come, we have thick trees. Okay, this is one of the trees they planted in the Yawa, and so this side is reserved. No matter what, they are not going to sell this part of the land. This part, they are not going to sell it no matter what. Okay, they won't sell it. But we'll get to the main Yawa tree. This is part of the Yawa tree, but we'll get to the main one. Okay, so this is also a sacred place. They normally perform rituals during Homo, their festival. Okay, they normally perform rituals over here. Stream you are seeing before, it was very stagnant. It used to be in the middle. Okay, all the side was a forest. Okay, it used to be in the middle, and we had special days of going into the forest. It was Tuesday or some day like that, I don't really remember. And on that day, you are not allowed to go into the forest because we were told that there was a snake in the river that comes out to receive fresh air on that special day. So people were not allowed to go into the forest. But every other day, if you want to go to the forest, you have to remove your slippers before you enter this forest. Now they've sold it, so it's no more forest. So when they start selling that the forest, when they start selling part of it, then the water started coming out. Then it came and crossed the road like that. It has divided the road. That is why now our road is ports. It used to be a main road. This is where cars used to pass, but because they provoked the water, I think so. So now the water is in the middle of the road, and they are trying to bridge it. But they've stopped. I'm sure they don't have money now. They are out of funds, so they've stopped. So this side used to be the main road. This is where cars used to pass, but because of the water, they can't pass here. Okay, so now they've stopped cars from passing the side. So now they pass at the other side of the community, inside, like Nungulungu. Okay, that's where they pass. So this is the stream I was talking about in that previous video. So this stream is the source of drinking water for most of the people in this community. This is where they fetch water. Okay, and this water is very clean according to them. Those that drinks it says it's very clean. They said they boil it before they drink, and then they add Dettol before they use to bath. Okay. Oh, remember so it's because they sowed the land. That is why the water has decided to come out. This tree I seen is the Ayawaso tree. This tree is over 1,000 years. At first they didn't have fence over it, but I went to school. When I came back, they fenced it. Okay, 10 years ago it was open like that. When you're passing, you can see it and know that it's very short but very big. And this is where they got the name, the Ayawaso. This is the Ayawaso tree. Okay, and this tree is very old. It's over 1,000 years. Okay, and it's a sacred place. You can't come there with slippers, with gun and hats. Okay, that is the symbol there. Initially they had drawings of how they migrated and everything on the wall, but they've painted it off. Okay, so this is it. This is where, so during Omoho, this is where they perform their rituals and everything. Okay, over 1,000 years, Ayawa tree Omanye shrine. So it's a shrine over 1,000 years. Ayawa tree or Manya shrine. That is it. That's the tree. You get it. This house you are seeing used to be the funeral home. This is where they used to dress dead people. Okay, when they bring them out of the fridge, this is where they used to put them and dress them and all that. Okay, but now it's no more use for that. Okay. What you are seeing is the supposed palace. They have plans of building the palace. Okay, even though they have a house there that is the palace, but their dream house for the palace has not been built yet. So this side is reserved for the palace. That's why they have all the symbols there. So this side is the palace. Okay, so this side behind the wall is the palace, future palace. So you see that house there, that white house, I don't know if you can see that white house there. That's their palace for now, but I'm sure with time they'll be able to build their dream palace. Okay, so this is the palace. You see there, this is the palace. Okay, this is their palace, and this place is very old. Like, this community is one of the oldest community. So guys, you see that borehole where the children are playing the ball? That was the only source of drinking water 10 years ago. This is where I used to fetch water, but now it's no more working. This borehole has served the community over 10 years. Okay, but now it's no more functioning. Okay, at first those who had money were the ones fetching water from this side, because they used to take money before you fetch. So if you don't have money, then it means you have to fetch water from the stream, and the stream too had days that you are not supposed to enter the forest. Okay, so this side used to be the source of water for all, whether you are rich or poor. This is where we used to fetch water, provided you have money to pay. This is where we used to fetch water. Okay, and it's also a community center. This is where funerals and all other ceremonies were held, but now they do it in the school. Okay, in the government school I showed you, the public school. So now this side is no more a community center, but initially it was a community center. 10 years ago it was a community center. Okay, and the house you are seeing there, where the billboard is, used to be where the fetish priest used to stay, and he was in charge of the water. Okay, but now he's no more. May he so rest in peace. This is where he used to stay. So this is my community for you guys. So this is the end of today's episode. If there is anything you would like to know about this community, please do share it in the comment section. I'll read it and I'll make a video on that for you. Until we meet again this time, please stay safe and take very good care of yourself. Love you.